Breaking news! There has just been an earthquake in Japan. We have Dr. Daniel Barrundia today with us to discuss how this natural phenomenon happened. Daniel, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you, Sofia. It's an honor to be here.
So, Daniel, in your perspective, how did this happen? How could you explain this to someone who doesn't know anything about earthquakes?
Sure. It's first of all, it's a truly devastating news what has happened in Japan. My condolences to all Japanese people out there. To understand a little bit better what happened, we need to understand what earthquakes are. So earthquakes occur when two blocks of rock vibrate and release energy. When the rock breaks, it creates something that we call faults. Earthquakes occur when there is movement in these faults. The location of this release of energy is called focus. Directly above that focus is the epicenter. And the epicenter is something that we like to measure using different techniques.
That's interesting. How do you find the location of the epicenter?
Great question, Sofia. Finding the location of the epicenter depends on the information we have. For example, we as seismologists use a tool to measure shaking from earthquakes called the seismometer. The seismometer gives us a plot of oscillation called seismograms. With at least three seismometers, we can triangulate the position, and what's in the center is called the epicenter. There's different techniques to do it that are more complicated, but we can talk about that later.
So these seismograms, what additional information can we obtain from them?
The seismograms pretty much give us three pieces of information. First one, the earthquake location, which is what we just talked about. The second one is the earthquake size. And the third one is the Earth's internal structure and composition.
Let's take a second to see a short clip of images of Japan after the earthquake. Hundreds of people lost their homes and many lost their loved ones. How strong was this earthquake to have destroyed Japan so badly?
The magnitude of this earthquake was 9.0, which is really strong. According to the Richter scale, any earthquake 8.0 and above is considered a great earthquake, which it can destroy communities near the epicenter, like it happened on this earthquake.
Yeah. You have enlightened us all during this special segment. Who would have thought that earthquakes and tsunamis were so complex? Thank you again for coming to speak to us. We send our best wishes to Japan. We trust Japan will surpass these dreadful times. See you next week during our segment on tectonic plates. My name is Sofia Blasini, and you are watching EAS News.